Hello, I'm Elsie Normington and welcome to Elsie's Extracts. Today I want to look at a man in the Bible who went through great challenge and trials and tribulations, and yet he was a great man of courage. And so this is another little podcast on my Bible heroes, and today I want to talk about the man Daniel. Now, first of all, we often think of Daniel as, oh yes, it's Daniel in the lion's den, and we remember that from the Sunday school days. But today I want to think about Daniel's lifestyle, because Daniel had a very, very important position. He was one of 3 governors that worked for King Darius, and they were overseers of all the 120 satraps who looked after all the provinces. So he really had a very, very important career and position in the country. However, Daniel really preserved his integrity. And I just want to give you 3 little points today just about Daniel's life. So first and foremost, Daniel had really good daily habits, and how we all need that in our lives, don't we? Good daily habits. So 3 times a day, Daniel would set apart time to pray to the Lord. He had daily devotional time with God 3 times a day. Now, I know the Bible tells us to pray without ceasing, and that's important that we can pray at any time to God. However, Daniel had specific times when he set aside to meet with his God, and that's a really excellent example for all of us as well, isn't it? So secondly, during his time of devotion to God, he prayed, and he also prayed for the restoration of the Jews and Jerusalem, and he prayed really heartfelt prayers for his beloved people and nation. But not only that, he came to the Lord with thanksgiving. And so often we can come to the Lord with all our requests, but it's so important that we come with thanksgiving. You know, Psalm 100 says, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. And so I encourage you today to, when you come before God, come before him with thanksgiving. Think about the things that God has blessed in your life and give him thanks. Then bring our petitions to God. That was Daniel's daily habit. And then thirdly, Daniel was a great role model. Other people looking to him. And you know, I want to say to you today that every one of us are role models. Every one of us have other people looking in on our lives to see how we respond and what we say and what are our daily habits and how we live. So Daniel was a wonderful role model. Because when we think about the difficulties and challenges that he faced, he stood firm. He maintained that integrity. In face of difficulty, his face was set and focused towards God. And as you know, Daniel's opponents tricked the king, King Darius, into signing an edict and saying in this edict that they had only to look to King Darius and no other gods. And as a result, of course, Daniel continued his daily devotions. And I'm sure you know the story where eventually Daniel was thrown into the den of lions. But amazingly, he experienced the miraculous presence of God where the angel came and closed the mouths of the lions. And Daniel was amazingly delivered from the lion's den. And as a result, God really honoured Daniel. And also he spoke to King Darius, and there were whole social changes as a result of that whole scenario that happened in the country. And so it's really important just to draw some lessons from Daniel today. So first and foremost, he had good habits. Secondly, he came to God with prayer and thanksgiving. And thirdly, he was a very, very positive, influential role model. So I hope that encourages you today. Thank you again for watching my podcast, and may God bless you.